Do you ever glance at a custody agreement and think it's bulletproof, only to discover months later that a single line has sparked a full-blown legal war? Custody clauses can feel straightforward on paper, but hidden inside the fine print are traps that turn co-parenting into a battleground. In this video, you'll learn about 6 agreement terms that seem harmless, until they blow up into bitter disputes that drain your wallet and your peace of mind. Imagine signing off on reasonable visitation, without realizing that reasonable is a courtroom shrug waiting to happen. Picture agreeing to share decision-making as needed, then arguing over every school registration and medical choice. These aren't hypothetical pitfalls, they're the exact snares countless parents have fallen into, often far too late to fix. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which clauses to challenge, which questions to ask, and how to lock down an arrangement that truly protects you and your children. Stay tuned, because overlooking even one of these 6 terms can leave you scrambling in court when you should be building a healthy co-parenting relationship. Ready to spot the red flags before they trigger a custody war? Let's dive in. Reasonable visitation sounds like a fair, flexible phrase, until it isn't. On paper, it gives both parents leeway to adapt schedules, but in practice it hands the other side a blank check to argue over every weekend, holiday, and even drop-off time. When you've agreed to reasonable visitation, you've essentially invited a judge to decide what's reasonable, and judges hate ambiguity. One parent might show up exactly at noon. The other insists that's late by their clock. Soon you're trading text messages, emails, even attorney's letters about 5 extra minutes, and before you know it, the cost of enforcing, or defending, your rights far exceeds any benefit of that supposed flexibility. What starts as a simple attempt to stay amicable can morph into a full-blown tug-of-war over who gets the kids and when. To avoid this trap, replace reasonable with concrete windows. Specify days, times, and handoff locations. If you need wiggle room for holidays, attach clear rules, like Mother's Day annually, or 2 consecutive weeks in July, instead of leaving it up to reason. Locking down exact parameters now saves you from endless arguments later. And once you've nailed down those details, you'll be ready for the next term that seems harmless but hides a custody disaster waiting to happen. Joint decision-making might sound ideal. After all, both parents get an equal say on big issues, but it's a ticking time bomb when left undefined. Without a clear roadmap for how you'll resolve disputes, even routine choices like which school your child attends or what doctor to see can spiral into court battles. One parent favors a certain curriculum, the other objects. Suddenly you're back in mediation, paying legal fees, and dragging your child through your disagreement. To avoid this pitfall, swap joint decision-making for a breakdown of responsibilities. List who handles education, healthcare, extracurriculars, and religious instruction. Build in a tiebreaker mechanism, whether it's a trusted third party, a mediator on retainer, or a simple coin flip system, to settle deadlocks quickly. By spelling out exactly how decisions get made, you cut out the guesswork and keep conflicts out of the courtroom. And with that issue locked down, you'll be ready to tackle the next clause that seems harmless but can blow up into a custody showdown. A reasonable relocation notice might sound fair. Give your ex time to object before you move. But what does reasonable even mean? 2 weeks? 2 months? And what counts as a move away? Suddenly you're arguing over miles, school districts, block boundaries. That vagueness invites conflict. One parent claims the other barely tipped them off. The other insists they gave plenty of warning. Instead, define a specific window, say 60 days, and set precise distance thresholds, like moves over 25 miles or outside the current school district trigger a formal notice. Require written notice by certified mail or email with read receipt, and outline exactly what details must be included. New address, school options, proposed parenting schedule. By turning reasonable notice into a clear checklist, you shut down endless debates and protect your child's stability. Next, we'll expose another clause that looks routine but can leave you scrambling when emotions run high. When an agreement says you'll share all major decisions, it seems fair, until mom and dad disagree on kindergarten, medical care, or even which dentist to choose. Without a clear tiebreaker, you're stuck in endless deadlock, dragging kids into your argument. Imagine Sarah wanted private school tuition but Mark insisted on public school. They spent months hashing it out in emails, delaying enrollment deadlines and leaving their daughter in limbo. To prevent that drama, carve out a decision-making hierarchy. Spell out who decides what. One parent handles day-to-day choices, after-school activities, haircut styles, routine doctor visits. while major decisions like school changes, medical specialists, and out-of-state trips require joint consent. Then add a fail-safe. If you can't agree within 14 days, engage a neutral third party or mediator to make the final call. By defining categories and deadlines, you stop disputes before they start and keep your child's routine on track. Next, we'll reveal a seemingly harmless clause that can drain your wallet and spark bitter fights. Stay tuned. When your agreement promises a flexible holiday schedule, it feels like a win, until Thanksgiving becomes a tug-of-war every year. Vague phrases like alternating major holidays, without a concrete calendar, leave you guessing who gets Easter or winter break. And resentment builds when mom plans a family trip right when dad thought it was his turn. To avoid that annual showdown, list each holiday by name, assign specific dates or weeks, and build in a simple swap procedure. Submit requests 60 days in advance, with a one-time exchange allowed so both parents still feel accommodated. Locking in exact dates stops the back and forth and ensures holidays stay about kids, not court battles. When your agreement skips over what happens if the plan needs a tweak, you're asking for trouble. Life shifts, new school schedules, a parent's job change, a teen's after-school commitment, and without a built-in dispute resolution process, every small adjustment can turn into a courtroom showdown. Instead of leaving it open-ended, include a clear 3-step path. First, parents meet one-on-one to discuss the change. If that stalls, bring in a neutral mediator agreed upon in advance, and only as a last resort, seek court intervention. Spell out timelines, initiate mediation within 14 days of request, and define who covers fees. This roadmap keeps disagreements out of expensive litigation and reminds both sides that cooperation is the goal, not sabotage. Now that you've seen the 6 contract traps that can turn a cooperative custody agreement into a battleground, take a moment to review your own paperwork. Are any of these vague provisions lurking in your agreement? If so, don't wait for the next conflict to force you back into court. Talk to your lawyer about tightening up those clauses, adding clear deadlines, or building in a neutral third-party step before things escalate. Your kids deserve stability, and you deserve a roadmap that keeps disagreements manageable, not explosive. We'd love to hear from you. Have you ever hit one of these hidden landmines in your custody plan? Drop a comment below with your story or your questions, and let's help each other avoid the same mistakes. If this video gave you the clarity you needed, please give it a like, subscribe for more honest divorce tips, and ring that bell so you never miss an update. Sharing this could save someone else from a costly dispute. So hit share and spread the word. Thanks for watching, and here's to smoother co-parenting ahead.